सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Namaste, all of you. Welcome back to our continuing study of this great text, Vivekachudamani, authored by one of the greatest acharyas that have walked Bharat Desha. One could even say the greatest acharya, Adi Shankaracharya, and taught to us painstakingly consistently and systematically by our dear Acharya Swami Paramarthananda. We entered shloka number 13 in the earlier capsules. I will read the shloka for the sake of continuity and then pick up the thread from where we left. Shloka 13, another important shloka. In fact, here on the study, the Vivekachudamani study, is really going to take on a totally different dimension. It becomes very intensive and progressive as we go forward. Shloka 13. Arthasya nischayo drishtah vicharena hitoktitah nasnanena nadanena pranayamashate va. The running meaning of this shloka is the conviction of the truth is seen to proceed from reasoning upon the salutary counsel of the wise. Wise implying men of realization. A Shrotriya Brahmanishtha Acharya. The conviction of the truth is seen to proceed from reasoning upon the salutary counsel of the wise and not by bathing in the sacred waters, nor by gifts, nor by 100 pranayamas, control of the vital force. I missed reading the English translation in the earlier capsules, hence, I thought I must read the translation, a very useful translation. Before we proceed from where we left in connection with this shloka, I would like to recall the message of the earlier 12th shloka, an important shloka in which Adi Shankaracharya emphasizes the importance of thorough inquiry. Thorough inquiry. And why did he lay so much emphasis on thorough inquiry? He said, Samyak vicharata siddha rajju tatvavadharana भ्रांतोदित महासर्प भय दुख विनाशिनी भ्रांतोदित महासर्प. To rid ourselves of the misconceptions brought about by ignorance of the underlying rope, to rid ourselves of the bhayam and dukkham that result from the misconceptions that were brought about due to the ignorance of the underlying rope. Shankaracharya said, we must make a thorough inquiry. Samyag vicharata siddha rajju tatvavadharana. In order to get to the truth of the rope snake, one needs to engage in a thorough inquiry. Likewise, in order to get to the truth of this jiva hood, the jiva has a hood like the snake has a hood. Jivatvam has a hood, and jiva hood is poisonous. Poisonous terms of perpetuating samsara. So Shankaracharya said, using the rope snake example, if one has to rid this jiva hood, this jiva hood snake of samsara, then one needs to make a thorough inquiry into the very basis of this jiva hood, get to the truth of it. It is only then can one rid oneself of misconceptions like raga, bhaya, krodha, brought about by ignorance of ourselves, of our immaculate selves. In order to do that, one needs to make a thorough inquiry, is what Shankaracharya said in Shloka 12. Now, in this Shloka, Shankaracharya uses a very critical and important word, hitoktitaha. Hitoktitaha. Arthasya nischayo drishtaha vichareణ hitoktitaha. The previous shloka also he talked about vichara, the importance of vichara. In this shloka, Shankaracharya continues with the important topic of vichara. Here, Shankaracharya is implying that vichara must be done with the help of a Shrotriya Brahmanishtha Acharya. It would not be fruitful if one makes an inquiry all by oneself. One wouldn't know the correct way of making an inquiry. Hence, Shankaracharya is implying in the shloka that you must take the help of a hitokti, means a well-wisher in the form of a guru, who will help to shine that extra light that is required. Just as there was that extra light in the form of a flashlight that was required to be directed at the underlying rope to arrive at the truth. Likewise, in uncovering the truth of the jiva, discovering the truth of jiva, one needs that extra source of light, which is in the form of the Guru Vakya, Guru Shastra Upadesha, which is what Shankaracharya is saying, is implying in this yet another important shloka. He says, Arthasya nischayah vicharena. Arthasya nischayah vicharena. Nischayah means dridha of reality. Artha here means the reality. The Vastu, here the Vastu is Brahman. Reality will vary according to the context. In the case of the snake problem, what was the reality? The rope, right? So, whenever there is the self ignorance problem, whenever there is the self ignorance problem, the reality is the self. Wherever there is the rope ignorance problem, the reality is the rope. Simple. Artha, the word artha generally means reality. It can be extended to the ultimate reality also. All this we have seen in the previous capsule. I'm just wanting to recapitulate what we had looked at in the last capsule. Arthasya nischayah means satya vastunah dridhajnanam vicharena eva. Arthasya nischayah means satya vastunah dridhajnanam vicharena eva. It is only through inquiry that it is possible to get to the root of things, to get to the truth of what is being inquired upon, inquired about. And what type of inquiry are we looking at? Not an independent inquiry. Shankaracharya cautions, our Shastras caution, never make an independent inquiry. The inquiry must be supplemented by what? Was the question we asked. In the case of the rope, Swamiji said we require a flashlight. Merely going close to the rope will not help. You need to have that extra flashlight. Here, in this case, in the case of inquiry into Brahman or Atman, what is that extra torchlight? Shankaracharya says, Hitoktitaha. Hitaha means Guru, a well-wisher, a guide, a support is called a Hitaha. Someone who always wishes well, unconditionally. That's important. Literally, one who is a well-wisher. Hitam ichhati iti hitaha. Hitaha uktihi means Guru Vachyam. Guru Vachyam. Hitoktitaha means Guru Vakyena. Guru Vakyena. And what is the Guru Vakyam? The extra torchlight, the all important extra torchlight. Now we will continue from this point and take our study forward. In the previous shloka, Swamiji said Shastra Vakyam is the extra light. Shastra Vakyam is the extra light. Here he says Guru Vakyam is the extra light. In the previous shloka, Swamiji said Shastra Vakyam is the extra light. Here Swamiji says Guru Vakyam is the extra light. In Indian tradition, the Guru is considered a representative of the Shastra. And their words, the Guru's words, are rooted in the scriptures. The Guru's words are rooted in the scriptures. This is why the Guru's teachings are given utmost importance and are considered equivalent to the Shastra itself. This is why the Guru's teachings are given utmost importance and are considered equivalent to the Shastra itself. It is a beautiful way of preserving and transmitting knowledge from one generation to the next. We will look at how the subject matter progresses in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward. Hari Om.